Yes, I from me na kwaba era over platform we so host aji na wona me e di ehyiemu ofan a ya do sidie next year. The time no ka say Bishop Duncan Williams no say nyame amumu a per report I start kan che say anta obaduan ye maame e friend say Agradaa e wo che say Nsawum na do yen kwetie ne bra sans no koma obi.
Charlatan Duncan Williams must go to jail. Former British High Commissioner seems to be saying. Now, my brother, my sister, this gentleman here is a very brave one. He speaks his mind. Hey, this is Jon Benjamin, former High Commissioner of the UK to Ghana. He was born in January 1963. And he went to school, my brother, my sister, to study languages and international relations. He studied German and he also studied Swedish. He speaks fluent French, fluent English, and much more. He's beginning to learn how to speak Jamaican patois as well since he came to Ghana and realized that the language is en vogue. This is Jon Benjamin. Hey, he started serving as a diplomat of his nation in the mid-1980s. So he's an experienced diplomat. He has gone round so many different countries, my brother, my sister, including the United States of America, Chile, where he found his wife. He was also the High Commissioner to Ghana, Burkina Faso, Togo, oh Lord, and he ended up in Mexico. This is Jon Benjamin. Now, according to Wikipedia, he was withdrawn from the diplomatic service in Mexico when he pulled a gun, or he pointed a gun jokingly at a fellow worker, a fellow employee of the High Commission right there in Mexico. And for that matter, even though it was for joke reasons, as a diplomat, he was pulled off. I spoke with him personally, and he told me, Black Rasta, this has been sorted out, and we don't have any issue at all. Well, he's been somebody that I've been close to in one way or the other whilst he was in Ghana. He gave me and many other people the opportunity to taste what is called diplomacy. For me, he's one of the best diplomats I have encountered. In fact, he demystified diplomacy. Some diplomats are too far away from the people they are supposed to be serving. When he came there, he invited me to tea right at the High Commission. And when he listened to me, once in a while he will get in contact and say, hey, Black Rasta, I don't think you got this right. I think we should deal with it that way, diplomatically. I am sad that Jon Benjamin would have to end his career as a diplomat so early, because I think he still has more. Another thing, he was quite controversial because not many diplomats behaved the way he did, especially whilst he was in Ghana. He meddled in Ghanaian politics, as many people would put it. He would not keep quiet about the local political scene. He would always speak his mind. Sometimes he would tweet and untweet messages, maybe because of pressure. But Britain called him and told him, listen, people are complaining that you are meddling into the politics of the people, local politics. We have seen that you have not breached any code or behavior, and you have not broken any law. Keep doing what you are doing. Be yourself. And that gave him the impetus to do more. He was not a very good friend of the NDC. Many people aligned him to the NPP. They claimed he had sympathies for the NPP. My brother, my sister, when he was leaving this country, he became one of the only or the few high commissioners living in Ghana and had their names mentioned on BBC. It was a picturesque exit that he gave us. Many of us were not ready for him to leave, but he had to continue with his journey. in a recent interview with me. He told me how he got into the diplomatic service. And that will be a story for another day. But that's me and him when he invited me over to, the High Commission. Oh my God. The first thing he did was he started to follow me on Twitter. And I was wondering, is this a true diplomat? This has never happened. And when I checked it out, it was true. He was a new diplomat who had just come, and he asked the people he was working with, who are the famous people in this country, especially entertainers? And my name happened to be mentioned, and he followed me instantly. I quickly followed back, and this was me and him on the first meeting that we had after tea, and we had a beautiful conversation. Of course, we had disagreements once in a while, but all in all, we were very, very good friends. And I was happy to perform at his exit party. Whole business class section. Benjamin. I met him in England one time, and he took me to the British Parliament, showed me a few things, sat with me in his favorite bar, and he told me, Black Rasta, there's a man of God in Ghana that I think is one of the charlatans. Who is a charlatan, a crook, a dishonest person? Duncan Williams. And I said, whoa, really? This is a man who has a lot of respect. He said, Black Rasta, hold it there. I need you to do something for your people in Ghana. I know who you are and what you can do. Come here. And you know what he said further? He said, this is a man of God. All he does is to take people's tithes, 10% of everybody's salary. He encourages them to give tithes. He doesn't do much, it's just the tithes. And when he's flying, he rents the British Airways, the whole business class section, he and his family. When a lot of his church members do not even have bicycles, yet he takes 10% of their salaries to go and sit in a British Airways business class section with his family. Jon Benjamin told me that he went to Duncan Williams' house on a visit. And when he went there, what he saw shocked him. The furnishing in his house, not even the Queen of England has that. In fact, even his toilet seat was made of gold. That's what Jon Benjamin said. In fact, I put this story out in the days, remember? But I never mentioned that it was Jon Benjamin who told me that. But now, Jon Benjamin is saying something. But listen, Duncan Williams himself is praying for Ghana. And this is what Duncan Williams said. You know what he said? Watch this. He says, I look forward to a Ghana where our sons and daughters no longer queue at embassies for visas in search of greener pastures, but only to travel for vacations. That's what he said 2 days ago at the National Prayer meeting. And Jon Benjamin responded. This is what he wrote. Duncan Williams certainly travels for nice vacations. On occasion, booking the whole first class cabin of the British Airways flight to London for his family. I wonder if the poor people who give him tithes, they can't afford, and which undermine their economic survival. I need to take that again. He says, I wonder if the poor people who give him tithes, they can't afford, and which undermine their economic survival, know in what high luxury he lives. I saw that luxury with my own eyes at his house and office. So now I can quote Jon Benjamin. Many people think Black Rasta just talks. Sometimes I get deep information, but I never reveal my source of information, because that is what is called good journalism ethics. He said it, bring it back. So Duncan Williams says, my prayer is that the Ghanaian youth will no longer go out there queuing in long winding serpentine queues looking for visas to run out there and go abroad. Jon Benjamin says, you say if they are queuing, then they should be going to have vacations. Duncan Williams certainly travels for nice vacations, on occasion booking the whole first class cabin of the BA flight to London for his family. I wonder if the poor people who give him tithes, they can't afford, and which undermine their economic survival, know in what high luxury he lives. I saw that luxury with my own eyes at his house and office. This is what he said. My brother, my sister. And when it came out that Agradaa is going to jail, this is what Jon Benjamin wrote. Nana Agradaa, not going too far, to Nsawum prison in them police car. Archbishop, and Archbishop is in quotes, because Jon Benjamin doesn't believe that this is an archbishop. He believes it's a charlatan. Archbishop Duncan Williams, be her chauffeur. It means Archbishop is the one who is going to drive Agradaa, and together they will go to jail. Religious charlatans in a jam jar.
So what's yesterday? We say Archbishop Duncan Williams, no, you didn't call me because Agradaa, I called the was saying for a phone, but I saw for the other. Echo, annually.